Hey guys, what's up? It's Brooke. I'm just popping in real quick because I wanted to gripe a little bit about the Vitamix blender and literally the quality. Like it feels like it almost feels like it's a toy. I used to have a Vitamix blender. I got my first one when I was 20, I think, and I rocked it for a decade. It was great. It worked so well. Something happened. I think I broke the blade. And then my husband was like, "Oh, let's get you a new blender," right? Like it was a good anniversary present, whatever. So he gets me a new blender, and I still have that guy. I wish I would have saved the motor on the last one. I'm so annoyed that I didn't save the motor on the last one because it was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. But anyway, I think I gave it to like my sister or somebody. But anyway, so I had this guy. This is the old one. I've been rocking this for a few years, but what happened was I I banged this in my cabinet, really, like not even anything crazy, not like I threw it in my cabinet. It just literally banged in the cabinet, like my other one's done a million times, a lot heavier, a lot sturdier. And these things are so freaking flimsy, right? Like, so this thing broke, and it's like such a hazard to put it on. So I was worried about like there being a spark or something like that. But I've been rocking this for like 2 years like this. So my husband, again, thought it would be a good idea. He's like, you know what? Let's get another Vitamix, whatever. So this guy's heavy, okay? I'm actually curious. I should get a scale and see how much this weighs. But I just want to show you the quality and how much he's gone downhill because, you know, you're paying a lot of money for, I guess it's like really for the name, you know, but the quality is just not the same. And I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not crazy about I'm crazy in general, but I'm not crazy about this because I'm right. The first one I had, I don't remember the model. There was a demo at Whole Foods, and I remember I was like, "Oh, I have this model," and she's like, "Oh, I don't even know what model that is," and I'm like, "You're the new Vitamix people." I was like, they used to make great models. But with that said, I'm grateful for the brand new blender. I really am because I needed a new one, and it was a really generous gift. But I'm just like shocked at the comparison because this like feels like a toy, where like this one, this has got like weight to it, you know, and this guy's just like, I could hit someone in the head with this thing. This is definitely like, I don't know, I just feel like this is fine, right? They're just very cheap, very plastic. I don't know, I'm just surprised. It just seems like even when comparing the two, they look the same. But there's definitely like a heavier motor or something in here. And this just feels like so cheap. And I didn't ask my husband how much it was. I'm assuming he got it at Costco, so it was probably like a good deal, but still, like, you're paying so much money for like the name, I guess, or for quality rather. You think you're dropping $400 in a blender, that it's going to be a good blender, but really, like, it's like shocking. And it's not even like not to be grateful, because I am grateful for it. I think it was a really generous gift, but I'm seeing the difference. And now that I've had 3, and even I've had experience with a 4th one, my aunt, she had purchased a Vitamix that was used in a restaurant for like 20 years. And they sold it for $5. And she's like, all right, well, what do I have to lose if I get a good blender for $5? The thing was massive. It was big. It was like double the size of this. And I'm pretty sure it's still running. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's still running. That thing was a beast. Like, if you turned it on, it really meant it was off. You know, the electric was kind of funky, but it worked, and it worked really, really well. And she even had a hard time finding parts for it because she was like adamant of keeping this blender because it was so good. It was fantastic. And it's just a shame when you see like a good brand, or a great brand. Vitamix is an awesome brand, but then their quality goes downhill. And like this came with all the bells and whistles. This came with like cups that I can use for smoothies, like to make smoothies. It's way too complicated for me. I need something basic. Just give me this guy, right? Just give me this, and we're good to go. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's just a different brand now. It's just, even like this just feels very cheap. This feels very flimsy. Even the handle feels weird. You know, this is the same because I compared it to the last one, but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to gripe about that because you're spending a lot of money and you want the same quality. Like, you would think if a brand, right, if a brand had it, you know, made its name because it had high quality products, that it wouldn't just do a logo change and then cheapen out on the actual materials, that it would consistently carry the same type of value across all their lines and be like, hey, listen, we're Vitamix, this is what we're known for, we're solid blenders. Like, this is like, I'm like really shocked, really, like, I'm really surprised. So if Vitamix is out there, what's up? What's up? You know, like, people are dropping a lot of money on your stuff. Like, I understand that everybody wants to import things and do things cheaply and whatnot, but like, you're investing in quality. You know, the last thing you want to do is to cheapen out on the product, because now guess what? The next time that I need a blender, hopefully this lasts a lot longer, but the last time I need a blender, like, or the next time, I'm going to be going somewhere else. I'm going to Target and I'm getting a $30 blender. Like, this is crazy to spend this kind of money on this type of like material. I mean, listen, like, anyone who's out there who knows Vitamix, you got to know what I'm saying, man. Like, because this, even, let me just show you this, right? Granted, yeah, see, the plug is even out. I was even going to give it the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, maybe the plug's underneath. But this is the old one. I'm not even like over exaggerating. This is heavy. This is a lot, have a lot of weight to it. Like, effortlessly, you know? I don't know. Crappy comparison, but I just wanted to show you, for anybody that's used a Vitamix, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's bring back quality. I don't have any money to make good brands, good products, okay? I'm in the freaking field. I'm a welder, I'm a plumber, assistant, apprentice. So I have no money. If I had like money to make good brands, you'd want to keep it consistent, right? Granted, like, I'd be happy to pay more money if I could have the same blender that I had 10 years ago. Like, I would be more than happy, because that thing was a freaking beast, and shame on me for getting rid of the motor. I thought that it could last 20 years, or I'm sorry, 40 years, like my aunt's blender. But it just seems like it consistently goes downhill. Granted, the commercial lines, give it the benefit of the doubt, they probably do have a little more horsepower, better quality materials, but these like residential lines, or, you know, the home lines, you know, make them last. Stop making products that are gonna, like, you know, bail out, or just be like, all right, done, you gotta get another one, you gotta spend another $400 on a blender. I don't know, crazy. Anyway, I gotta get to work, but I just wanted to leave that. If anybody else has had experience with Vitamix going downhill, like, it just seems like some of these products, man, like, I can't even like think about it off the top of my head. There's even like with my refrigerator, you know, like, the refrigerator is still kicking, it's still running. Like, even my new refrigerator is really nice and I like it a lot, but there's even some things where I'm like, my old one was more solid in certain ways, you know what I mean? And that was like, didn't have all the bells and whistles. But you know, I guess it's true when people say, I've had the same toaster for 40 years, but now you get it and it lasts 3 years. Like, it's just, it's a shame, because it's so freaking wasteful. And that's where like the environmentalist part of me comes out. It's like, what's the point, man? Like, I hate throwing appliances out. I have such a problem. That's why I'm still keeping the other ones. I'm like, I got to repurpose this guy somehow. I hate throwing things out. You know, our landfills are so crowded. And when companies like this charge an arm and a leg, and then they're like contributing to that landfill, you know, and not even to like be like all, woo, you know, about the environment, but I am. I just am. You know, I'm very conscious of what I put out trash-wise, you know, like, I'm a big recycler. Even my water bottles are glass. Like, I don't, you know, it's really important to me to not, you know, with the plastic. I hate the plastic, man. And I swear, I think the first one I had to have had metal, like, I don't think the whole thing was metal, but it definitely had metal components. Even like this guy feels like, that's funny, I just noticed something. Even the base feels like at least a very hard metally plastic. This is straight up plastic. That's probably what the weight difference is. But that right there shows you, like, you're paying a lot of money for this brand and it's still contributing to the landfill. Like, they have a moral responsibility to help their products have a longer shelf life. If you're spending this much on a blender, it should last you 15 years. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm old school. But with that said, I hope you guys have a great week or day ahead, and I will be back with another video. I'm going to be doing a Stoggles review, so I will have that up shortly. But with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will check you back again on the next video.